Okay guys, take two. Sorry, that was my hand trying to adjust you. But I did the video before and always forget that I need to turn off my Wi-Fi because for some reason I don't get Wi-Fi that great back here. But again, it's me and it is hot and we have a lot going on in our neighborhood. So there's somebody cutting a tree down, I think, behind me, one of my neighbors, and then we have some construction or something going on in front of me, and then you'll hear the birds every once in a while and maybe a train, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me. This is gonna be really quick, but it really is just talking about what I am talking about is what I posted on my personal page today was about our stories, and the quote was, "There is no agony like bearing an untold story inside you." And it's coming from this book called, this is From Tablet to Table, in case you're interested, but the whole premise of it is how we've lost, there's like an art to coming to the table and how stories were told, how people learned things, even talked about, this is another quote. Sorry, I'm reading a lot of quotes from here, but they're really good. It says, "And where do we tell these stories and build roots and shoots? It's around the table, the place where true discipleship is born." So I'm going to talk a little bit about discipleship because it just made me think about how when I was growing up, everything I learned about God came from flannel board stories. I don't know if you even know what that is, and potluck meals. So that's just what our church did. Grew up straight up Southern Baptist. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's a lot of great things in that. But that's how I grew up, is just learning those stories from flannel boards and from potlucks. And there is a lost art of just gathering around the table and learning each other's stories and hearing each other's stories. And if you know me, you know that I love a good meal and I love friends and community and I love hosting. And so this just got me thinking a lot about how I just know there's so many people out there. Again, I'm sorry, somebody's cutting a tree down. But I know there's so many people out there that are struggling and they have a story. And sometimes it just takes just being encouraged by being around a group of people. I don't know if you've ever done that, where we go to meals, we eat good food, we have drink and laughter and fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know we need to have a budget for our meals and stuff like that, but or even just having people over your house, having your family sit down at a table. And what this book talks about is how, you know, God started in the garden by telling them they could eat anything from the trees. And then he ended in Revelation with offering to drink. And so this between these two bookends, you have meals in between of Jesus just sitting down with people at a table, and all sorts of people, and people we wouldn't even think that he should be sitting down at the table with. But just got me to thinking, and I just want to tilt this a little bit because this is what we've spent kind of the whole summer doing. I don't know if you can see that back there. It's our patio that we had put in. I would show you around, but I don't want to do that yet because it's kind of messy. Although I might do that, I don't know. Just be real and raw and vulnerable. But this is what I want to do with that space, is just create space for community, for friends, having people at the table where we share our stories. And so that's my heart in what this page is for, is us women coming to the table, or men, and just sharing our stories. And so my heart is that I would be able just to get different women on here, even to just share some stories, share where they're at, share what we're going through, because you can always isolate yourself and feel like you're the only one that is going through that or has gone through that. But I guarantee you, as we share our stories, that you'll realize that there's so many more that struggle with so many different things, and we can be an encouragement to one another. It's just that lost art of discipleship and coming to the table. It's going to the coffee shops, taking the time out to spend having breakfast or going to a meal, or even just having families over to your house to just have a meal and talk and laugh and share stories. So we'll talk more about this too, but I just wanted to leave that with you right here, right now. I'm just thinking about your story, what you have to offer. We all have a story, and we all can be encouraged by one another by sharing our stories. Let me make sure there's not another quote in here that I wanted to share before I hop off of here. I think that there is. Hang on. Let's see. I underlined so much. Sorry, I didn't have all this planned when I hit record. I'm just like going live, like here I am, and whatever comes out, comes out. Hopefully it's been encouraging to you. So here we go. Here's another quote. Sorry. Where did it go? It is good stuff. Okay. Here we go. At the table, sitting together, facing each other, talking to each other, good food, good conversation, good laughs, good stories. We learn the good news of the God who eats good food with bad people. There's nothing else like it in the world. To bring back the vigor to Christianity, to reverse the church's attrition rate, we must bring back the table. The most important thing anyone can do to strengthen our families and reproduce the faith in our kids is to bring back the table. The most important thing anyone can do to change our world for the better is to bring back the table with Jesus seated at his rightful place. So I just want to leave that food for thought. And then also it made me think of this one other quote, because that was just the whole thing of thinking about the patio that we have just finished and what I want to do with that and how I want it to just really be a ministry. And granted, some of you are not here in Knoxville and can't come, but I would love anybody, okay, I'm just going to put this out there, anybody who wants to come sit at our table and just hear stories or tell their story or just be known, you are invited to our table. Just give me a little shout out. So either put that in the comments or you can private message me. But here's the other quote. Scholar George Myerson has recently written a study of happiness. After 250 pages tracking moments of joy throughout history, he concludes that humans are happiest hanging with friends, gathered around tables with good food and conversation and laughter. If you can get the table outdoors so the sun can kiss the skin, if as you dine together you can also provide help for others, then according to Myerson, we've won the lottery of life. So I will take you, because that's just like, all right, we'll just be raw here. So I'll take you on a little tour. Sorry, I'm covering the little camera. So here we go. Now, it's really messy, and our tables are not out. But here's our patio with our bistro lights and our bug spray, because I get bitten like crazy. I don't know if you can see that or not. Bistro lights, chairs, which the cushions are up because it's been raining. But here's where the table will go. Long table, plants, yada yada, dog poop. Sorry. Yes, I'm telling you, this is in the raw. We have dogs and they just like to do their thing on the patio, especially if it's been raining and they don't want to get their feet wet. Now, never know what's going to happen on live video, but maybe you didn't see that and I didn't even need to point it out. But anyhow, so that is what I wanted to share with you guys, and just leave that there with y'all about our stories, about who we are. It is hotter than Hades out here. I'm sweating to the oldies. So I'm going to head on inside now and get my boys to do something today. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Again, let me know if you want a seat at our table. Put it in the comments or just private message me, but if you're in Knoxville. If not, hey, we can do some live videos around the table. So anyhow, that's all I got for you for today. Hopefully it's been encouraging, and I'll come to you more about this. So talk to you later.